And this guy asks, George, you're a man of many gimmicks. What is your favorite gimmick of Ed Leslie, a.k.a. Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
He's another guy I had the pleasure of shaking his hand. Jeez. I mean, you had
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, let's we should Wikipedia this. Just while you're thinking, I'm gonna Wikipedia this if you don't mind.
go ahead, because I know he was kind of like a tough guy, flamboyant dude at first, and then he became the barber to start. He started cutting. Then, oh boy, when he went to WCW, forgot about it.
Oh my goodness gracious! Yeah, yeah. Let's look at this. Let's look at
All
this.
right.
Let's look at these monikers. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is a legit list of his ring names. Okay. I'm gonna name you a list of Ed Leslie's ring names.
Let's do it.
Okay. And people wonder why this guy didn't always get over and stuff. And he was all right. Baron Beefcake.
I would have loved to see that gimmick.
Big,
Baron
Big Brother Booty.
Big Brother Booty?
The Booty Man. Which was
That was WCW, right?
yeah, Booty Man. What was the Booty Man? It was just booty. Like what?
It was like kind of like Mr. Ass, but he's just like he was just he was Brutus the Barber Beefcake, but he was just the booty man. I guess you know what I'm saying. It was weird.
Oh my goodness. I'm not even through yet. So okay. So if you're keeping track at home, if you haven't
Right.
already turned this off, Baron Beefcake, Big Brother Booty, the Booty Man, Brother Broody,
That brother Brute Eye, that was his
Brudai, yeah.
that was a WCW one.
Brute Force, Brutus Beefcake, which is the most famous moniker, the
Right.
Butcher, the Clip Master, the disciple of NWO fame. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Dizzy Hogan.
That was I believe that was like his independent name, and then uh he started using he had to actually do something with Hulk Hogan too.
Yeah, Ed Boulder,
Right.
Eddie Hogan, the Mariner,
Jeez, Eddie,
my personal favorite, the Man with No Name,
that was another WCW one.
the Zodiac, and the Zodiac Man. So if we tally this, and if we count his real name as well, but let's just count these for now, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If my math isn't off or my eyesight isn't off, that's like 15, 16 names. And if you count his real name, Ed Leslie, that's 17 different names.
Who asked this question about Brutus Beefcake of all people?
This,
I mean, all right. So yeah,
yeah, this is
first,
actually my friend BP who asked this, who's a
first
big old school WCW fan and just the old school fan in general.
so first of all, he had Dizzy Hogan, Eddie Hogan. Like, all right, we get it. You're friends with Hulk Hogan, right?
I mean, it's just like it's just comical, man. It's like
That's
it's like John Tenta too back in the day had a ton of different
he,
gimmicks.
the poor guy, John Tenta, got a tattoo of a shark. He went over because he was doing the shark gimmick in WCW, and that went nowhere for him. And then he became John Tenta again. I don't know. But besides that, okay, so Eddie Hogan. I mean, that's like if X-Pac came over to NWO and WCW, and instead of calling him Six, they called him like Sean Nash or something like that. You know?
Yeah,
But
actually, John Tenta had quite a few names too: Avalanche, Canadian Earthquake Evans, the Gargoyle, Golga, of course, John Tenta, Koto Tenta, Koto Tenzan, and the Shark.
shark.
Wow, I
But
mean, and God rest his soul, he did pass away a few years back, but man,
yeah,
poor guy had his in-ring name change. And another late wrestler too that was a big man, the Big Boss Man, Ray Traylor, also had a ton of gimmick names.
courtesy of WCW, mostly.
Yeah,
Because
I mean, let's look at this. Ray Traylor, Big Boss Man, Big Bubba Rogers, War Machine before John Copenhaver, The Boss, Guardian Angel, and Boss Man.
And all right, so back to the Eddie Lazzell. The man with no name is like incredibly lazy because if I remember, that character wasn't anything. It was just him with a mask or something, right?
I think so. Yeah, I mean it was.
All right, so and then the Zodiac Man was him with
I mean, I try
Zodiac.
to shut off that part of WCW in my brain. I mean, I really got into it more
Yeah,
like,
but
yeah. So
this is all throughout WCW. This is from like early on till the end. I mean, I personally like the Disciple the best because he looked a lot differently.
yeah, he looked cool. He looked different. He didn't look like Ed Leslie. He looked like a dude, like a
And
biker dude.
yeah, and then he did the Stunner.
Oh
Uh,
boy, man,
yeah.
Ed Leslie. I mean, so but you haven't picked your favorite one.
All right. So, no, well, all right. So let's see. Hold on. I like the description here. After all right, hold on. Let's start with '94. He made short appearances with Hulk Hogan. They refer to him as Brother Brudeye, right? Because they whatever. Whatever. And then he became the Butcher when he was in the Faces of Fear, or at the time the Three Faces of Fear with Kevin Sullivan and Avalanche. And then that was when he was the Butcher. He feuded with Hogan, and for some reason he got a title shot against Hogan at Starrcade.
Sure,
And
why not? Just give him a title shot.
and he became the amnesic, a guy who had amnesia,
Yeah.
as the man with no name. He rejoined the Dungeon of Doom, and now he was the Zodiac, who just had the black and white gimmick. And he said yes, no, yes, no. Maybe a precursor to Daniel Bryan. And he left the Dungeon of Doom because it turned out that the Zodiac was actually a mole for Hogan. And then he became the Booty Man, and his gimmick was a man infatuated with not any asses, but his own ass, shaking it on the way to the ring. And you want to know what his signature move was as the Booty Man?
What was his signature move?
A high knee.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
There you go. They really thought this one out. All right, so yeah, most of these gimmicks, there were flash and pants, but yeah, my favorite was the Disciple.
Fair enough. I'd say, since we are technically like the NWO generation, I'd say the Disciple as well.
Even though
Man, what a random question. I mean, we had questions about Bob Holly and Ed Leslie. We're sorry for some of the younger fans that might not be familiar with some of these guys. You know what I mean? Maybe familiar with Hardcore Holly, not so much maybe Ed Leslie, but hey, at least you learned something new, right?
Yeah.